Cologne 0, Bayern Munich 4, and a 6-point lead for Bayern Munich, Janusz Michallik. But the headlines are all about Robert Lewandowski. A hat-trick for him. He's up to 300 Bundesliga goals. The only concern would be we've run out of superlatives to describe him.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you in that, but I think it was more than just Robert Lewandowski. But, let's start with the lead here, because he did score a hat-trick, 300 Bundesliga goal, of course, for him. What is that, 22, 23 on the season already, leading the Bundesliga as he often does. So look, new year, same Robert Lewandowski, zero questions. He's working on that trophy that seems to evade him every year. And if he continues that, I think they're going to run out of excuses in France not to give him. So fair play to him, because in terms of consistency, nobody like him, right? You've got to put him alongside Ronaldo and Leo Messi.
There's not many records he's got left to break. One of them is Gerd Muller's 365 Bundesliga goals. He's at 300 right now. Has he got enough time to eclipse the great man?
I think he could. I mean, I didn't think that, and it still seems like so far away. But if he does stay in the Bundesliga for the rest of his career, and the way he takes care of himself, the way he looks after himself, very rarely injured as well. And we've mentioned that consistency over the years. Where in this particular setup with the players that he has, and let's not forget the players like he has, because I want to get into Thomas Muller maybe, because yes, he's the headline, but I think we should talk about Thomas Muller maybe, don't you think?
I think that's fair, because I want to talk about Thomas Muller. I also want to talk about Leroy Sané, who came on just after the hour mark and got a couple of assists for Lewandowski. But I just wonder if you and I are still doing this in 5 years' time. We're still talking about Thomas Muller at the grand old age of whatever he is, still assisting. And he seems like Peter Pan. He can do no wrong, and he's still got that ability. How do you stop him?
I hope we are talking about it, because I was thinking about that. Of course, Robert Lewandowski, steals the show, but I think look, Thomas Muller for me is one of the greatest players in this game. He really is. Is he going to be remembered as that? I don't know, but he should, at least for those that pay attention to things like that, right? I mean, we're not going to talk about him probably like Messi and Ronaldo and Pele's, but shouldn't we? I mean, in so many ways, look what he does. The man has done. He's won everything there is to be won, right? Maybe not the European Championships, but, everything, the World Cup, scored, 10 goals in 2 World Cups, Champions League, numerous Pokals and Bundesliga trophies. But most importantly, I think if I look at him, I mean, not only is he a leader, but he's just such a winner, right? I mean, if there's a player that you'd want on your team if you played, surely he's maybe second or third that you pick. At least I would, because I think he brings that joy into the game, that work ethic. That's something special that not many players have.
I mentioned Leroy Sané, who came on just after the hour mark. That just shows you the strength and depth that Bayern has. And look, the likelihood is they're going to win another Bundesliga. They're 6 points clear of Dortmund. But with a strength and depth like that, when you can bring on a player of Leroy Sané's ability, as far as the Champions League is concerned, because that's Bayern's biggest target, because they expect to win the Bundesliga. Do you think they have enough strength and depth to go on and win another Champions League? Because it's a hell of a strong squad they've got.
I do, if they have everybody, most of the people available. I've said it only once in my life. I never bet against Bayern Munich, but I did a couple years ago. And of course, they won it. Remember when Hansi Flick came in? They were like 8th or 9th in the Bundesliga when he came in. And I think I remember saying, no chance for the Champions League. The rest is history, of course, as we know it. So I'm not going to do it again. We don't know it, but, Bayern Munich are always favorites to win it. But Leroy Sané, another player, I have a lot of respect for him, right? Because remember, he was at odds with Pep Guardiola on such a great team, right? Often uninterested, maybe, didn't work hard enough. His body language wasn't good enough. You know what? Maybe he needed a change. Went to Bayern Munich, and you know what? I mean, look at him. I mean, he's having an incredible season, making much better decisions, right? It seems to me that Leroy Sané right now, he's playing for the team, not for himself. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe he needed that maturation process, if you will, because he's been very, very good. And again, if it's not for Robert Lewandowski and Thomas Muller, maybe we're talking about Leroy Sané. Maybe he is the leader. So you're quite right to point out that they have layers of good players and a real good squad.
I don't want to forget Tolisso as well, who scored in this one. But it was all about Lewandowski. We started with him. I want to end with him as well. From time to time, you get speculation Lewandowski linked with X, Y, or Z. Why doesn't he just stay at Bayern for the rest of his career? That's a decent chance of that happening, isn't there?
Yes, there is a chance of that. Although I can imagine that, of course, somewhere deep down, he's got to be thinking, you know what, I want to test myself elsewhere, right? And this is the last moment. And, other big clubs are thinking, should we? How old is he? Look, I mean, no matter where he goes, I think, he's going to be scoring goals at will.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.